Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 12. And today we're returning with two big games in the Premier League and the FA Cup as we face Spurs at home, then Middlesbrough in the fourth round of the Cup. Before we get to the games though, shall follow me getting on off camera. Also, real briefly, just to let you guys know, today's episode is going to be pretty laggy. I don't know why, but for some reason, doing the highlights today, I noticed that setting up the game, things are pretty laggy, even when moving through the game. I can't understand exactly what causes it, really, because I've literally just turned my computer back on after turning it off, so nothing stayed open. But I don't know, sometimes it's just really laggy. I wonder if it's something to do with the heat of the computer. I don't really know. I'm not a technological guy. Anyway, as you can see, 3 games in a run off camera on the back of the 1-0 loss to Burnley and the 1-0 victory over Leeds to put us through to the fourth round, which you'll see today. 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss in the Premier League, starting off with a defeat away from home against Leicester. Daniel Pedent scoring the only goal of the game in this one at the King Power. Following that, back to winning ways in the Premier League after such a long run without a win in the league. We really needed one after sliding so far down the table, and what a time to get it as way. Away against a relegation threatened side, Cardiff City, newly promoted against the Bluebirds in Wales. Mitrovic gave us the lead, turning in a corner before Callum Robinson levelled for the host, but 16 minutes after that, Anthony Knockaert. What a great piece of business it was to keep him here after he came back from his loan spell and not cash in like I did with many others. He scored the game winner in a 2-1 victory, and following that, a 2-2 home draw to West Ham. Very, very topsy-turvy game, this one. Declan Rice gave the Hammers the lead right before the break, before Mitrovic puts back on level terms. Felipe Anderson fired in the goal for West Ham. I thought would win them the game, but final minute of normal time, Ivan Caballero receives a throw, steps in from the left and does it all himself. Turns in at the near post and gives us a point. So as you can see in the Premier League, on the back of 4 points from a possible 9, we remain in mid-table. 12th place right now, 15 games to go, 27 points on the board, and it's a very even gap between the final European spot and the final relegation spot. We're currently 16 points off Chelsea in that Europa Conference League spot, yet we're also, I think it's 15, 12 points off of Crystal Palace in 18th place right now. So yeah, pretty even gap for the most part between both the European spot and the bottom 3. So just the one thing to show you before we dive into the first game of today's episode as well. Kenny Tete is about to join Al Jazeera of the United Arab Emirates. As you can see, this deal is about to go through for what could be... Now, can I not just... There we go. For what could be 10.25 mil with clauses, it's an initial 7.5 mil bid. The reason why it's not gone through yet, and this is just a really brief tip for you guys at Play FM, is that when the player agrees to sign for another club, if you delay the transfer, you can keep delaying for 3 weeks, so 3 separate delays. Keep them there, the club will still be interested, and then on the 3rd delay, if you accept the bid, then they'll go at the 3rd time of asking. It's just a good way to keep players for the rest of the transfer window, you know, and then they can go right at the end of it, so you don't lose them whilst you've still got a few important games to come. So, yeah, Tate's going to leave. Obviously, Connor Roberts came in. I think it's our first sign in the series, wasn't he? So, yeah, he's sort of nailed down a first-choice right-back slot. Tete doesn't get much game time now, so I'm totally fine letting him go, and I'll take the fee as well. So, into the game, as you can see, not on the... Bloody hell, it is laggy today. Not on the injury report, but on the international report. We have got tons of players away on international duty. It is January. It is the African Cup of Nations. We're missing Tosin. We're missing Jerome. We're missing Zambo. And we just got back Lamina, who got knocked out with Gabon. And he's not really fit enough to play this game. But he's got back from Gabon as they were knocked out in the group stage. But African Cup of Nations saw quite a few players go away. And Bobby Reed and Anthony Robinson are both away with some, I think it's Gold Cup qualifiers right now in the North America. So yeah, we are missing loads and loads of players. Now Knockaert got an injury as well. We'll briefly show you this too. Knockaert got an injury. He's currently down for just a week with a pulled back muscle in the last game against West Ham. So this game, it's 4-2-3-1. It's Rodak in goal, but for is Brian, Mings, Porteous and Connor Roberts. Midfield duo is Reed and Gagliardini, Caballero and Dan James, the inside forwards, and Kenny supports Mitrovic up top. On the bench, Ashby Hammond, Williams, Tete and Pansy Ferguson, Cook and Camara as well. We are down to the bare bones right now. First game, it's Spurs at home. Can't see us getting much, but you never know. Come on, Fulham. So first highlight to Spurs, and oh my goodness, Heung-min Son has just volleyed it in from just inside the area. The guy always scores against me on FIFA CM. He wants to extend that record into FM as well. Juan Foyth just ran down the right after Ndombele sent him down there. And I thought someone's got to put a tackle in. Whips it into the centre, and the Korean turns it in for about 14 yards. 1-0 Spurs, it's Son with the guy, actually 12 yards, right on the penalty spot. Obviously, our slide down the table has been slightly concerning. One win in, I think it's 7 Premier League games. That is quite poor. But I think about the points we've already picked up, 27 on the board. And again, based on last season, I'd say we only need 10, really. 10 from our final 14 games. That's 3 wins and a draw. If we can't do that in 14 games, we deserve to go down. Well, to be honest, didn't really expect much from this anyway. But I haven't recorded a single shot on target in the entire game. And I can't see that changing either. And that might be a penalty as well. Mings takes down Quincy right on the edge. Here comes the VAR check. Why do players cluster together and go into a huddle? Where's Lloris going at this moment here? Why is Hugo Lloris coming all the way up to join the little huddle? VAR, and it is indeed... Where is Lloris going right now? He's got to run all the way back here. Penalty for Spurs. This will probably kill the game off, though we've not really been in it at all, as Dele Alli could seal it, and he's not. Rodak with the save. We're hanging on by a thread. Whether it's a highlight, but it's going to come to Spurs here. Son kicks it forward, but Mings picks it back up and rolls it through to the Serbia. Now, Caballero on the ball. Haven't had a shot on target in the entire game. And Ivan's first is actually a pretty comfortable one for Lloris to deal with. Well, didn't expect much. We will lose the first game, and our poor run of form in the Premier League continues. 1 win in 8, 1 win in 9, something like that. I'll tell you what, if we don't beat the Borough, I'll be feeling very, very nervous indeed. That'll be 1 win in 10, I believe, in all competitions. The one thing that's really helping right now, though, is the results are going our way for the most part. I saw right before the full-time whistle of that game there against Spurs. Why do I keep getting bids from Marek Rodak from this American side? Piss off, he's got our starting number 1 this year. I know he's not very good when jumping for the ball for a header, but still. Yeah, obviously Cardiff got a big point in the game on the Tuesday night, whereas that against Crystal Palace, so that keeps them in the bottom 3. And we just saw Norwich and Burnley, who are close to each other down below us, also draw the Man City game, finished a 2-0 win over Newcastle there. So at the moment, the thing that's really helping is you look at the form of the teams below us, and whilst we've been in horrendous form, the teams below us haven't been much better either. So that's a really, really big bonus there. We're not playing well, but neither are these guys either. Oh, but you know what's not helping though? Cameroon are on a crusade right now in their quest of the African Cup of Nations. Made it through their group as group winners. They're into the second round. I think they'll beat Mali as well. So we're going to miss Jerome and Zambo, 2 of our most important players, for another few weeks. I like it when your players go on international duty. I like it when they win caps. I like it when they score goals. I don't like it when they get pissed off at you when you congratulate them from scoring goals, which is one of the weirdest things in FM, isn't it? But the African Cup of Nations... very frustrating indeed, that. Very frustrating. Coming in January, and yeah, really can mess you up. You've got quite a few players that go on that competition. So, right, real briefly, what I was talking about earlier, this is the Kenny Tete deal. So this is the second time I'm delaying it. I can still delay it until the end, or almost close to the end of the January window, so we can play in this game against the Borough. It's definitely worth doing if you're not desperate for cash, and we're not desperate for cash, and you still need as many bodies as possible in your team due to an injury crisis, or right now, players who are on international duty as well. Just a very brief tip, you've got 3 delays, and then on the, I think it's the 4th one, if you delay it any longer, the club will pull out. Otherwise, you'll be fine. Sorry, what's this? Docs giving tips on Football Manager? That's a bit inappropriate, isn't it? Anyway, heading into the second and final game of today's episode is indeed the Borough at home, FA Cup 4th round, and a chance to reach the 5th round for the first time in this series. Obviously, last year got knocked out in the 3rd round. Let's see how we get on here. And we do have a couple of players back from international duty as well, as Bobby and Anthony are back in the starting 11. We missed you guys. So stay with a 4-2-3-1, and this will be our team. Rodak remains in goal, but for his Robinson, Mings, Porteous, and Kenny Tete, probably playing his final game for the club. Cook and Gagliardini through the middle. Caballero and James once again on the wings, with Kenny supporting Reed back in our team. On the bench, Ashby Hammond, Williams, Robertson, Pansy, Ferguson, Reed, and Mitrovic as well. Second and final game, it's the Borough make it through, and this will be a very positive distraction after a poor run of form. Come on, Fulham. So just real briefly, probably should have showed you this before the game. On the screen, you'll see how the championship is looking right now. The Borough are currently sat in 17th place, so not having a great season. Do have some decent players though, but I feel very confident here being at home. We will get back on track and make it through to the 5th round. Again, it's been a poor run of form, but just like last season, we had a mid-season collapse. It's happened again. Get knocked out here by a lower league side, then the alarm bells will start to ring. So first highlight falling 26 minutes in. And it's going to fall to Fulham as well. Kearney on the ball. Captain slides through. Bobby Reid back from international duty and back on the score sheet. Nowhere near as good as last season, but his 8th for the year puts us in front. Love Bobby Reid, me. Absolutely love the guy. I mean, at some point we'll need to replace him. He's not been anywhere close to as good as last season. We do need a class striker for next year, regardless of what division we're in. As Kearney heads that cross off the top of the crossbar and behind for a goal kick. But I think he'll always have a place in this team. Got a soft spot for our number 14. He's been probably our best player in the series so far. Anyway, approaching the break, still 1-0. The Borough haven't had a shot yet. This is exactly what I want to see. Hands on hips, let's get that feminine stance going. You've played well so far, but it is still room for improvement. If we just keep this up, keep our foot on the gas pedal, that second goal is coming. Get that. We've got a cushion, we've got some breathing room, and we've surely got 1 foot in the FA Cup 5th round. Again, this is what you need when you're a team that's struggling for form. A cup run is just a fantastic distraction. This is what it's going to be for us this year if we do make it through. James to Teti, and a chance here for us to go 2 goals up as James is slid in behind. Great cross across the box, but no one's there to turn it in from close range. That second goal is coming. It's surely only a matter of time. Cavallero, Robinson, lovely back heel. Anthony, oh, wouldn't you just know it? The 2 players back from international duty getting the 2 goals. First Bobby, now Anthony, 2-0 Fulham. And I've just seen, as I'm making a tactical change, we've got ourselves another goal, and this is why I should start pausing the game more when I'm making tactical change, just burning the clock for the most part. But Lewis Ferguson, I think, has just scored his first goal for the club. Lewis Cook has just got his first assist for the club, and I've just missed a goal of the season by making a tactical change. 3-0 though, into the last 16. Excellent stuff. And there it is, 3-0 the final score, and we are indeed into the last 16 of the FA Cup. So I'm very pleased with the result and your performance. And again, this is exactly what we need right now. I'll show you the recent run of form we've had in the Premier League. And when you think about how poor we've been, this is exactly the sort of thing you want to see. Progress in another competition. If we can't do it in the league, then at least know we're making a progress in the FA Cup. You look at the run of form here, absolutely horrendous since the turn of December, and 2 of our 3 wins we've had since then have come in the FA Cup. So if we can't win the Premier League and we're struggling to pick up points there, at least we know we're making progress in the other competition. That'll keep the board happy, at least for now. That was this episode of the FM Save, guys. A big thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, if you had, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and we'll return with games against... You know, I think the Zambo saga has kind of like died down now, so I don't feel the need to come back for the Man City game and the transfer deadline day. What we'll do is these could be 2 big games here, but I think I'm going to come back for the 5th round instead. So FA Cup 5th round and a massive one in the Premier League at home to the Magpies, who desperately need points if they're going to pick themselves out of the relegation zone. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the last 16 in the FA Cup and a big relegation 6-pointer as well very soon.